Welcome back, everyone. It's semi-finals time here for the Pan Pacific Championship. We're up to Game 3 between Moonglade and FXoptikzero. FXoptikzero losing Game 2 to some nice counter-aggression from Moonglade with his links, but he has gone and chosen Steps of War, which is really interesting. So far, we've seen some very passive, harass-style play from FXoptikzero, and then he goes and chooses Steps, which is normally an in-your-face aggression kind of map. So hopefully we see some aggression from him, showing the full range of skills that he has under his belt. But on the other hand, Moonglade is very well versed in dealing with aggressive Protoss on this map. So it's going to be a tough fight for both of them, I think.
Yeah, on this map for a Protoss player, you just want your opponent to hatch first because there's so many different ways to stop that. You could forge and then cannon the low ground and then cannon the hatchery that way. There's just lots of different options for Protoss players to do on this map against a hatch first build. So I'm guessing that Moonglade probably going to play it safe and not hatch first like we saw him do last game. And he's going to send that drone up right now, actually sending the drone fairly early, a little bit earlier than he did in other games that we saw. He's going to actually block this wall off, and that's very unfortunate for FXoptikzero, but he's not going to be able to block both sides at once unless he's very proactive with his drone. And there goes the first gateway.
He still did delay that quite a bit, though, which is great to see. Like, the spawning pool for Moonglade is already started. He's about 50 seconds away, so if he can continue to block this and get 6 slings out early, he could actually take this game away from FXoptikzero very quickly.
Yeah, you got to be very careful doing a late gateway as a Protoss player on this map because, even though you're feeling like you're in a good position because you're close to your Zerg opponent, but you have to remember that your Zerg opponent is also close to you and has a lot of aggressive opening. It's just the meta game in StarCraft 2 right now is to not be aggressive early on as a Zerg player. But sometimes you can trip up players because of that. We'll see, though. Simulator finished here.
I'm a bit weirded out by this pylon. Normally it's the cybernetics core that goes there. I'm not really sure what's going on there. The cybernetics core is going at the back. That's really interesting to me.
I feel like the reason why he did that was because he had the resources for the pylon right then, and he wanted to make sure that he could wall, and if he waited for the cybernetics core, the drone could have denied it, and that would have been really frustrating. And he knew the drone was away at that moment. The drone actually doing a lot of damage to this pylon.
Something I've just noticed.
Definitely needs to go deal with that.
There are 6 lings on the way. A probe nearly needs to come and deal with this this drone, because if the Zealot is caught out of position, that could be very dangerous. But FXoptikzero, nice decision there. He needs to bring a probe to deal with that drone right now. Because there are going to be lings at the front of the base now. Oh my god!
Oh, the link's getting in! Oh man, FXoptikzero could not be happy about this. He is going to lose this pylon too! No way, I can't even believe this is going to happen. This pylon is going to go down. We're going to unpower the cybernetics core. The second pylon probably going to go down as well, or at least the lings. Yeah, they're going to focus on the pylon. He has 2 drones in there, and that's going to be GG right away. There's absolutely nothing FXoptikzero can do now.
Yeah, definitely does not feel happy right now, as he's saying. But yeah, it looks like that pylon decision was not the correct one, unfortunately. So if I were FXoptikzero, I would definitely be taking a couple of minutes break to walk away from his PC and just clear his head. He does not want to be going into Game 3 tilted.
Yeah, it's got to be very unfortunate. I've lost games like this. Everyone's lost games like this, and it's usually when you play at like 4 AM and after you play a game like this, you're like, I think I'm going to go to bed now. It happens to everyone every now and then. You usually have to calm yourself down, maybe get a soda, smoke a cigarette, whatever you do. And FXoptikzero going to actually kind of fight it out here a little bit. Not willing to just GG. He's going to lose all of his probes here. There's the GG.
Pretty sure he doesn't realize.
But he doesn't actually realize that it's a best of 5. So I guess you'll message him, or Dell will message him.
Oh my god, I hope he doesn't actually log off.
He's still online. Did you message him?
Yeah, I did. I've got it on Skype and MSN too. Hang on.
Okay, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to run to the restroom, so I'll be right back.
No worries. Okay, awesome is the response I get from FXoptikzero. Alright. Wow, so that's definitely going to be feeling better for FXoptikzero right now.
Alright, I'm back. Something funny happened during that time?
Yeah, well, we've had Elbs come in a lot, and Dell's just saying there are so many man-at obs on NA, whereas on SEA we have Miz. Apparently, Dell and Miz hate each other because Miz keeps trying to join the games and doesn't leave. But yeah, so FXoptikzero very happy that it's best of 5. Yeah, they really need to add that. Like, make it a private game or something, and only people who you invite come in or something like that.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. As a tournament organizer, Dell and I probably both agree that it becomes frustrating sometimes. Although, admittedly, I do myself try to sneak into tournaments every now and then just to watch. I feel like everyone does. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it gets to the point where there's only so much you can get from card. Like, if you're a top-level player, the best the casters can really do for you is show you what's going on. Whereas your analysis is going to be just as good as theirs, but you're going to be looking at different things, which frustrates a lot of pro players when they do watch VODs.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to be going into Game 4 here. It is currently 2-1 in Moonglade's favour. So if he can take this one out, he will move on into the finals. But FXoptikzero actually needs to win 2 in a row now, so let's get this started. Oh my god, I didn't actually stop from the last game.